Okay, let me tell you the difference. Giving advice is like saying, here's what I would do. You can do the same. But coaching would say, let's discover together the best way for you to do it. Like advice make you dependent on other because you need to ask other, while coaching make you independent in your decision making. So advice is like transferring knowledge, while coaching is building your own knowledge. Well, my biggest challenge was really bringing people to really understand that coaching is for leaders very important, because in some place of the world and some culture, leaders are very tough person, they know everything and they don't need any help. Well, it is not. Lately, we see so many people on social media calling themselves coaches, giving advice, counting likes, building followers, stories. And maybe they are expert in their fields, maybe not. I don't know. But before you think coaching is all about TikTok or Instagram, here's what you really need to know. Professional coaching is a discipline. You know, Behnaz, coaching is my passion, so I never feel discouraged. But I had some struggle during COVID.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Grow Together. First of all, thank you so much for following and sharing our talk show with your friends. Today, we have a very special guest who would inspire me in my own career. Desiree Ghosan is an executive leadership and adaptability coach, the founder of Inside Perceptions, and nominated for Chambers of Commerce 2025 Business Award. She is passionate about leadership, newcomers, and business growth. Hello, Desiree, welcome.
Hello, Behnaz, how are you?
Thank you for coming. I'm so happy you are here. Let's get into a question. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what your inside perception is all about?
Yeah, like you said, I'm a certified executive leadership and adaptability coach, and also I'm a quality lead auditor. I have global experience in managing like businesses and corporations all over the world, across continents. And I am the founder of Insight Perception. So Insight Perception is a firm where I work with leaders and organizations and individuals to develop their skills to move from being good to being great. And special focus is on leadership, adaptabilities, and much more.
That's perfect. Next question. What inspired you to become a coach and start this business?
Well, as I mentioned, I worked across industry and continents with multinational teams. And then I noticed that some people who are managing teams are lacking leadership skills. So you can be an expert in your domain, whatever you do, but sometimes you like giving advices and working into a specific project, but you are missing leadership skill. And that is very important. So yeah, I worked across industry all over continents with diverse teams. And what I noticed is sometimes we have managers or directors who are leading teams, but without proper leadership skills, which is very bad for the people and for the business and for the organization. So people might be expert in their field, they have great technical skills, but they lack leadership skill. And this is bad because they cannot manage their teams, they cannot handle pressure, they cannot meet deadlines, and they would be creating a very, very toxic work environment. So actually this gap really inspired me. I really wanted to help those leaders become true leaders, like build those skills of communication, emotional intelligence, managing team, and really create a better workplace for everyone.
That's nice. And if you could describe your coaching approach in one word, what would it be?
Actually, my coaching approach is all about empowerment. So, it's guiding people, it's guiding the people I work with to discover their strengths, define what they are good at, where they want to go, and uncover what is holding them back. So I help my candidates discover their own strengths, their own resources that sometimes they are missing. So it's really about unlocking the power that's already within someone, because those individuals can see that clarity in themselves, and they will be better leaders, and they would really transform their life in a positive way.
The next question. When you first start as a coach, what was your biggest challenge?
Well, my biggest challenge was really bringing people to really understand that coaching is for leaders very important, because in some place of the world and some culture, leaders are very tough person, they know everything and they don't need any help. Well, it is not. It is being a good leader where you are continuously evolving and you are continuously growing and building your skills. And this is what coaching helps you do.
That's perfect. Many people don't fully understand what coaching is. How would you explain the difference between coaching and giving advice?
Okay, let me tell you the difference. Giving advice is like saying, here's what I would do. You can do the same. But coaching would say, let's discover together the best way for you to do it. Like advice make you dependent on other because you need to ask other, while coaching make you independent in your decision making. So advice is like transferring knowledge, while coaching is building your own knowledge. So coaching is building your skills you can apply in every context of your personal life. Coaching is building skills you can apply in every context, in your personal life, at home, in your professional life, at work, in your own business, at school. So you are more powerful to make your own decisions. This is what about coaching.
That's amazing. And the next question. You talk about self-leadership. Why are these skills so important in today's world?
Yeah, it's really, really important. Self-leadership, because leadership starts with the person who you see in the mirror. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, this person, you need to be her leader. So you need to have self-leadership, because leadership, it's not about titles or control or position. It's about how you show up when there is challenges, when there are problems, when suddenly life pivots, where you can truly be able to lead. So you cannot really lead others before leading yourself, right? So this is where self-leaderships come in. It's the ability that you regulate yourself, you adapt to situation and move on. When you master your own life, and you will be able to lead others, and more that you can be able to inspire others. This is what about leadership. It's like really leading and inspiring others.
I agree with you. That's so important. Next question. What is a common misconception people have about life or executive coaching?
Well, there's a lot of misconception. Some people might think that coaching is therapy for people who have problems. Some people think that executive coaching is only for people who are doing business or in the corporate world. Well, let me tell you something. Coaching, it's for every individual who wants to move forward in life. It's all about moving from being good to being great. It's all about feeling good to feeling great. So this step toward being better version of yourself, the step toward building your future, this is what it's coaching all about. And it's applicable for business owners, directors, teams, students, retired people, stay-at-home moms, entrepreneurs, for everyone. Coaching is really for everyone.
That's nice. On the positive side, What has been the most rewarding part of helping your clients?
Well, the most rewarding part, it's actually in every coaching session. Well, when I feel the dynamic of the person in front of me, like I feel that something has shifted. I see that happen in the tone of their voice and the sparkle in their eyes and the body language when they get new insights, when they feel really empowered. So they can feel better about themselves. They are more confident, and you can see that in your behavior and the way of thinking that it's reflecting toward your action. And also, it's very rewarding to me when my candidates, I don't like to use the word clients, where my candidates come back and tell me they succeeded in that task and they overcame some challenges and they discovered new strengths within themselves. It's really very, very joyful to me, especially when they come and tell me, I didn't think I can make it, or I didn't think I had this thing in me. And now I'm really feel more powerful, and this is make me so much happy.
That's perfect. And the next, can you share a story of a client's transformation that really touched your heart?
There's a lot of stories, but coaching is strictly confidential. I can share some highlights. It's about a person who moved to another country and they wanted to start their own business, but they were really fearful about taking the step. They had the expertise and they had the tools and they had everything ready as business, but in their own personality, they were not ready. They were really fearful. They were really stuck. And this is where we worked in a coaching experience together for a few months. And we went through whole deep insights and reflections into moving this person to another stage of feeling more confident and ready in their personality. And really, it's about changing their perception about things. So nothing technically changed in terms of material or equipment or being ready. What changed was her personality and her thoughts and her strengths toward moving forward.
That's a nice story.
Yeah, it is.
Was there ever a moment you felt discouraged or thought of giving up? What helped you keep going?
Behnaz, coaching is my passion, so I never feel discouraged. But I had some struggle during COVID, where we had a lot of engagement with businesses and organizations to coach their leaders and their teams, and then everything was stopped. And we moved to this virtual world of doing business, of communicating, and also of coaching. And there where people were not ready for that. So we shifted our coaching practice toward this new adaptability skills that we need to build on in order to keep going during this pandemic and this disruption. That was really a big challenge, but when you adapt to the situation, you can really succeed.
That's I don't know. Say. If someone is thinking about becoming a coach, what advice would you give them?
So before becoming a coach, let me tell you something. Lately, we see so many people on social media calling themselves coaches, giving advice, counting likes, building followers, stories. And maybe they are expert in their fields, maybe not, I don't know. But before you think coaching is all about TikTok or Instagram, here's what you really need to know. Professional coaching, it's a discipline. Certified coaches go through full programs training, practice hours, exams. It's under the International Coaching Federation. Here where you get certified as a coach. Here where you get to be a professional coach, where you need to follow standards and code of ethics, like I just mentioned about confidentiality. This is one of so many ethics that professional certified coaches need to follow. So coaching is not about quick tips or building fame or being so successful. Coaching, it's about the journey of transformation. It starts by yourself, and then it will move on to your candidates, to the people you really coach. So whenever you need to do anything, do it right, and do it the right way, because this is where you last till the end.
I think it's a good point. For next question, if someone watching this feels stuck and wants to take the first step toward change, what should they do?
When someone is willing to change, change comes from within. That means it starts with awareness. If you are willing to change, that means you are aware that something is not functioning properly and you need to move on. Okay? So here where we go about a journey of self-discovery from awareness to assessing what is going properly, what is not going properly, and move on to build those skills that need to get you into better. The first step toward change is willing to change. So change come within. So everything starts with awareness. When people are aware they need to change, they are really putting all their efforts toward that. It's really different than someone is telling you, hey, you need to change. When you are convinced, everything will be easier. So when you decide you want to change, there's a whole process toward that change. It starts with awareness that I want to be better and I want to assess what are the good things that I have, what are my strengths, and what are the area of development that I need to work on and build in to be a better version of myself. So taking the first step and deciding that I want to change, this is where you are unlocking the door to a new transformation in your life. This is where you are no more stuck. And then we start building on self-leadership. That's why I spoke about how important self-leadership is. And this guides you to your growth journey.
Finally, what message do you want to leave with our viewers? And how can they connect with you?
So you don't have to wait to be facing problems or challenging situation in order to seek a coach. It's good for you to be in a coaching journey and to be ready to face anything that might happen in the future. So coaching is not only about people who are having problem. Coaching, as I mentioned at the beginning of our talk, is for really for us being our best version of ourselves. And remember, anyone can benefit from coaching. But remember one thing, always seek a professional coach for your journey. This is where you will benefit the most. And if you want to connect with me, I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn as Insight Perception.
Thank you everyone watching us. Please follow us on Instagram and YouTube channel Grow Together by Benza and keeping Grow Together. Thank you, Desiree.
Thank you.